Hi everyone, I'm Tapaswini Pathak. I'm speaking from the behalf of Open Source Help Community. Uh, we were we planned this for 11:30, but due to some issues, we had to change the link. So we will update this link everywhere after this hangout, and I've posted few. I've posted few updates on the Facebook page and on the previous YouTube live event page. We'll update it everywhere. So sorry for the inconvenience. We'll start in our chat session series where we bring open source contributors once in 2 weeks to you. We are excited to have Jigyasa this time. Jigyasa Grover is an ardent open source contributor, Google Summer of Code 15 and 16 alumna under FOSS Asia, and a budding researcher having worked at National Research Council of Canada and Pharo, France. Jigyasa Grover is currently pursuing Bachelors of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering from DTU, Delhi Technical University. A feminist by heart, she is involved as a director of Women Who Code Delhi to help bridge gender gap in technology. In her quest to build a powerful bunch of girls and boys alike, she has mentored aspiring developers in global programs like Google Code in 15 and 16, Learn ITCL Edition 2, and Code 2016. Hi Jigyasa.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's nice and good, happy.
Okay. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
How's the weather there?
Stays in negative. It's just early morning around 7:30. Yeah, so it might be around -5, -6, but I'm enjoying the cold, so it's good.
Yeah, good. It's too hot. Okay. So, do you want to say something before I start asking you questions? Anything you have in your mind?
No, I would encourage the audience to ask questions if they have any. I'd like to contribute to my best.
Yeah, if you have questions for the people who are viewing it live, if you have questions, there is a panel on the right side where you can post, write them, and we'll pick them during the session. So I'll start with the first question. Jigyasa, what was your first contribution to an open source project and to which organization?
Okay, contributing to open source was not what I'd planned actually. It just happened by
Mhm.
chance. I still remember the day I was sitting in my university library waiting for a friend and generously using the university Wi-Fi. So I
Mhm.
came across in my feed about something about FOSS Asia, and just out of curiosity, I clicked on the link because, well, I was just waiting for a friend. And there on the page, there was something written about Pharo. The name itself actually fascinated me because it reminded me of those Egyptian mummies and all. And just out of curiosity, I bookmarked the link and just went away on with my life.
Mhm.
The following weekend, I was going through my bookmark links and then I found the page again and I opened it, searched about it, and it came to me about a nice IDE and a small talk environment. Small talk to me always had been about social interaction and not about coding. So yeah, I joined the IRC channel and very casually posted, "Hi, I'm this so and would like to know more about it." Changed the tabs, went on watching YouTube, and suddenly the notification startled me, and I was like, okay, there's someone is actually replying to this, and that's where it all started. They asked me, they gave me link to a book, to a documentation online. You should check this out. And okay, I started reading more about it. Went through examples, found a few mistakes with always say, this is not the correct way. It should have been working this way. So it said, okay, go and fix this issue. There's open an issue for this and fix this. And I very happily did it and then realized, okay, this was my first open source contribution. So it started in a very unplanned manner, but yeah, I'm glad however it started.
Okay. And it was to which organization?
Pharo, the Pharo project.
Okay. Okay. So does it come under some umbrella or is it a separate organization by itself?
Yeah, it's a separate organization by
Can
itself.
you tell about this more?
It's just Pharo is a small talk. Small talk is a object-oriented language, and
Yes.
Pharo is VE and the coding environment for it. So basically, this
Okay.
organization is nothing but a group of developers who build the IDE and the environment.
Okay, okay. And the technologies used are?
Small talk. Small
Okay,
talk is language. Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. Cool.
Yeah. So just the name fascination led me to all this.
Okay. What were the major difficulties you faced while starting with your contributions?
Starting with the contributions, Git. I guess everyone has issues with Git and GitHub originally,
Mm-hmm.
and then getting stuck with problems because when you start, you're not good with problem solving. You don't know how to actually tackle the bugs, and and the workflow. Yeah, I gradually learned about um, adjusting with the timelines and how different time zones. And yeah, Git was a major difficulty I faced during my open source contribution.
Okay, was it learning it or applying it commands? What was that made it
Both
difficult for you?
simultaneously, because as I said, it was not at all planned.
Mm-hmm.
So I did learning of small talk simultaneously along with GitHub.
Okay.
Originally, I just done C, C++, and Java and Android, nothing more than that. But yeah, learning and applying GitHub, doing the branching,
Mm-hmm.
squashing is still fear squashing. So yes,
Okay, but it works. That is really nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
you should
Um.
be actually and never give up. And yeah, just stay calm. And I would wait for so long hours at IRC because that time Slack wasn't that active. It just, I guess Slack just became a major mode of communication a year or so back.
Mhm.
Earlier it was IRCs and mailing lists, and I would wait like for IRC someone to come and drop by, reply to my queries, please. Yeah, so yeah, that was
Yeah.
a difficulty in a positive sense.
Okay. Okay. So, what are you up to now? What is your role in FOSS Asia community? You have contributed to FOSS Asia in GSOC 15 and 16, right?
So something about FOSS Asia. FOSS Asia is a non-profit organization based in Singapore, and it supports developers and makers of free and open source technologies. Uh, I started with FOSS Asia because the Pharo and FOSS Asia were all simultaneously. So I opened FOSS Asia where I got to know about Pharo, and then there was a G project on it. Uh, And so I've been associated with FOSS Asia since 2014 end, and I started out as an open source contributor for Pharo projects. Then Google Summer of Code 2015 happened. I developed the offline search utility in Pharo for FOSS Asia, and then I mentored Google Code in 2015. Then I spoke at FOSS Asia Open Tech Summit 2016 in Singapore, and even conducted workshops for teenagers on how to begin with Android and Java. And then I again got selected for Google Summer of Code 2016, where I worked on LowClock, which is a distributed tweet search server. It was a nice project because I got to know a little bit about. We also built Suzy and AI module, where I wrote rules about how you can give questions to it, and it would fetch answers through the web. And I'm still mentoring the Code Heat program for FOSS Asia, which will go on till February, and I
Okay.
just finished doing Google Code in 2016. So yeah, I've been continuously involved with FOSS Asia since the 2 years through various programs, and also maintain FOSS Asia websites and other repositories.
Okay. What are the perks of contributing to FOSS Asia?
Well, FOSS Asia is a very lively community. It's always full of people and Slack channels, and like you will always get an answer, no worries. And the projects span all kinds of open source technologies, especially if someone's interested more about the web and Android. We have multiple projects on it,
Okay.
and there are unique ideas. Like I like the low clock one because it's actually a distributed tweet search server. It does not use the OAuth technology authentication, but actually fetches by scraping the web. So I
Okay.
like that. The upcoming Suzy, which aims to build an open source personal digital assistant. It's like
Mm-hmm.
Siri and Cortana. So I like that concept, and you collaborate with people all over the world. And yes, a chance to be at the FOSS Asia Open Tech Summit every year. That's a nice chance. A
Okay.
good perk of FOSS Asia.
Nice. Why this name FOSS Asia? I never got the chance to read about specifically about their name. Is it like encouraging the Asian community to get into FOSS or something?
Yeah, I
Why
guess
this?
because it's based in Asia first of all, and yeah, it's based
Okay.
in Singapore. So yeah, FOSS Asia, free and open source software Asia. But yeah, we have people from all over the world. We have people from Europe and people from America.
Okay, so what I understand is FOSS Asia is a organization under which there are different kinds of open source projects, and they have mentors and maintainers to maintain those projects and
Yeah,
then invite applications too, so that people can contribute and they can grow the projects with everyone.
yeah, so that's different, like spanning all unique
Okay. Okay.
realms.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Mm, your next question. What was your first patch to FOSS Asia? Exact first patch, if you remember. What did
Exact
you
first
change?
fact.
What did you change?
I remember about Pharo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, that's why because Pharo was associated with FOSS Asia for GSOC.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I started with actually Pharo. Yeah,
So what was your first patch there? Did you remember
first
the
patch
change
was
by any chance?
yeah. I don't remember, but it was something about an example given in documentation which didn't work, and I did something and
Okay.
it worked. And I was like, okay, this works. Yeah, it was I guess in chapter two
Okay.
or three. It was just the very beginning.
Okay. Okay. How can someone get started with contributing to FOSS Asia projects?
Um, for Asia projects, simply open GitHub, join Slack. Slack is always full of people and lots of people and full of people, interactive people, always answering questions. And there's on GitHub, there are many projects: Low Clock, Open Events, Suzy, web front end, server side, Android application. Just take your pick and set it up locally, read the documentation. My organization administrators are very, very particular about documentation. So you'd find full documentation for each. If not, just request and it will be up soon. Skim through issues. Every project has lots of issues, obviously. And if you feel you can solve it, just get it assigned. Even if you feel a little underconfident, it's okay. You can always ask questions about it on Slack or mailing list. And if you think of a new feature, like you open Android app and see, okay, for a chat, you don't have the delete chat history button. You can always open the issue for it,
Mm-hmm.
ask anything casual, and just don't fear, relax. Yeah, that would be my suggestion to someone starting with open source and FOSS Asia specifically.
Okay. What does FOSS Asia community do to make the environment more welcoming for beginners? Do you have special beginner
Uh,
guides or?
as I said, my organization admins are very particular about documentation. So I guess reading documentation also helps the beginners quite a lot. You're able to start off very easily, and they always encourage you to join the communication channels. Plus, to make it more easy for newbies, we do not just have coding projects. You can always help out with the designs and documentations and outreach and research. Yeah, so newbies, you just don't have to focus on coding. You can have a vast range of opportunities out there.
Yeah, okay. So there is a specific question on this which says, if I do not know how to code, how can I contribute to FOSS Asia community?
Okay, yeah, as I said, for FOSSASIA as a community, you don't need to just have coding. You could start with basic reading of the documentation. You feel there's some issues, the language is not correct or the formatting is not correct. Like this is just the basic ones if you do not know coding at all. Or you could just run the examples given there and say this does not run, open issues for it. You could help design, like if you're building web and Android applications, you certainly need design of logos and other things. You
Hmm.
could help with that, making of UI that doesn't require much of coding. You could help with the outreach of FOSS Asia. FOSS Asia encourages that very well because they want many people to join them. So, and yeah, research, you could come up with new ideas for building a new application or something. Yeah, so that's how it is.
So
You
how
can
does
help
it
FOSS
work if
Asia.
I? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I would recommend start coding side by side. But if you do not know coding at all, guess these options would certainly help you come in with FOSS Asia.
Hmm. Okay. So how will it go? Like if I want to if I have a suggestion for a design change, how should I
Yeah.
proceed with that? How should I go
Okay,
ahead
so
with it?
if you have a design change and you feel like this logo does not look good and this would have been better, so I would suggest make a prototype for it or make something like this and open an issue for it, or discuss open an issue and then refer to it on Slack or GitHub channels and say I made these changes and I feel like, and obviously on GitHub issue you'll have lots of discussion before anything gets finalized. So yeah, never feel shy, just go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, you can say the changes like why don't you like the previous one? Why would you think the current one or your idea is
Hmm.
better than the previous one?
Okay.
Your suggestion is welcome.
Okay. So you have separate people to talk about a design change or a documentation change in FOSS Asia community, or is it like the maintainers? For example, if a project has three maintainers, so anyone can pick up that issue and discuss with you on that.
Yeah, so for example, if you're contributing to Project Low Clark, you would go to the Low Clark mailing list or the Low Clark GitHub channel and
Mm-hmm.
discuss with people out there. So it's not just related to one person, because I guess having many people on the same issue would broaden the horizon and bring in more ideas and
Mm-hmm.
help this to follow. So yeah, there's no specific person to contact for design, but yeah, the project maintainers would happily discuss with it.
Okay. So, what is the best contribution that you have got merged in an open source project till now,
Best
which made you
contribution,
feel? Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
okay, which made me feel proud.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, okay, so whenever you open an IDE and go to the help channel and see the about IDE option,
Mm-hmm.
and when under the section thank you contributors, you see the name, my name,
Okay.
and whenever you see the official books available out there, and they have chapters contributed and examples contributed by me, that's one thing I feel is very cool, because yeah, they give you a sense of satisfaction that at least you did something, and world over people who would be using that ID can actually see the limited number of contributors out there and you have your name in there. And I was just, I guess, 19 years old then, and it always gave me a sense of satisfaction. Okay, I actually did something.
Okay.
Yeah, this happened in Pharo version 4.0, which was released in April 2015.
Okay.
And yeah, I solved a lot of bugs during those days for the specific ID and wrote chapters for the official documentation books available on
Mm-hmm.
Pharo. Made examples, blogged about it. So yeah, I have chapters contributed to me, and of course the about section of the ID. That's one of the coolest thing, I guess. I still enjoy that.
Okay. Nice. Mm. What is the one thing you would have done better while starting out that you would like to share with the people who are starting now? Is there any? Or you were awesome
Um,
always?
no one's awesome. Everyone has the positives and negatives. I wish I could have started a bit earlier.
Okay.
Um, I never planned anything. I just came to my university. I had got computer science. I was enjoying it until the course happened, and I was enjoying more. I guess yeah, I started out early, planned how to go about it. Other than that, I guess now the past is gone. I cannot change it. I believe in changing the future. So
Nice.
yeah, till now, whatever you have done, just think more about future because you cannot do about past anyways.
Okay. So are there suggestions for the people who are gonna start now? Start from the first year, is
Start
it?
Yeah. just, just keep your mind open. My only suggestion would be this. Like, if you know one technology, you're good at Java, just don't stick to it. Sometimes you need to explore more about something else which would be better. And just don't be fussy about something. Keep yourself open, keep yourself flexible, and yeah, be patient. I've seen many people who would just come to the mailing list, something, I want to take part in GSOC, please help me. I guess that's not the actual workflow should be. You should actually start by owning your skills and working more about it. GSOC will automatically happen. Just, it's not the end of the world, and it's not the, yeah, it might give you a big break into the open source world, but yeah, just take it calmly and be open to anything. Yeah, just be flexible and be patient. That would be my suggestion.
Okay. How many projects does FOSS Asia have under its umbrella? Do you know the count?
The major three or four are there are having umbrella organizations under them. Like recently, we
Okay.
were helping MB then joined,
Okay.
and Pharo was there earlier. So yeah, they have many projects. The major three, the FOSS Asia, the major three are Low Clock, Open Event, Suzy, Knit Apps. Yeah, basically these four, and many others as well, the websites and all. But yeah, there are many projects. Like Open Event itself comprises of three or four. Like there's Open Event Android, Open Event Web, UI, Open Event Server. So yeah, each project itself has made many parts itself. So they are.
Okay. Okay. So there is one question which says, I would like to ask about how Jigyasa manages to handle so many things all at once. So how do you manage it all?
I don't know. I seriously don't know. I just take one thing at a time. Avoid putting my hands everywhere. Yeah, just do step by step.
Hmm.
Tackle the small things first. The big things will take care of them by themselves.
Okay. So during contributing to different open source projects, what were the things? What are the things that you have learned and you're still learning that you would have not
Learning.
if you would have not contributed to an open source project?
I got to know a lot of people worldwide, like a lot of, and your communication skills in writing manner improve a lot. These are apart
Mhm.
from the coding I'm talking about. You get to know about
Your voice dropped.
learning. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, so apart from coding and other technologies, yeah, for example, I never heard about Pharo, and neither of my friends or fellow beings had heard about Pharo. So yeah, I learned about new things, learned about how to interact with lots of people, and your communication by writing improves. You start to be more patient,
Hmm.
because you know someone out there is in some different time zone and won't be obviously replying immediately. I got to know about the workflow, how it goes,
Hmm.
uh, and I met a lot of amazing people worldwide. Yeah, these are the things open source actually taught me apart from coding. And for coding, yeah, I was a newbie, and when I started, and I got to know about different technologies, how they integrate with each other, how one is better than the other, one is used for some other purpose, another. Yeah, so these are the basic things that open source. You actually your mind broadens, the horizon broadens.
And what all in coding did you learn? What all different technologies?
Different technologies like Smalltalk and Angular, JavaScript, um, Android, and Java. How to scrape web in Java. That was the first thing I learned while doing my Google Summer of Code 2016. And I like social networks and all.
Hmm.
So my project was related to scraping the social networks and social websites to actually gather information by
Hmm.
scraping. So I learned a lot of frameworks and libraries in Java about that. I like Android, and I've been contributing to it by maintaining the Android projects. In FOSS Asia, Yeah, I learned a bit Python because a little bit of everything, because one is required for something and the other is required for something. Yeah, so FOSS taught me how to handle a host of technologies to make your project the best.
Okay, nice. What all other organization have you contributed to other than FOSS Asia
FOSS Asia, the Pharo project, and
as a mentor?
basically these. As a mentor, I've helped with Learn It Girl, and other I conduct local workshops and code labs for women, especially because I like to. I've seen a lot of gender gap in the world
Mm-hmm.
of technology, open source specifically. So I mentor girls and conduct workshops for them locally, code labs, Python games, web development, etc.
Okay.
So yeah, apart from these two have been my major focus throughout. Or other than that, I am doing a research internships here and there. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So if someone there is a question which says if uh, do you have any advices for people who are gonna start with FOSS Asia now? How to communicate or
How to communicate? Just simply join the mailing list and take a project of your choice, set it up locally. The steps are join the mailing list, join the Slack channels, GitHub channels, everything.
Mhm.
Take a project of your own choice, set it up locally. If you face any issues, just post it on
Your
GitHub.
voice
And
dropped. Okay.
is it okay now?
Yeah, yeah. Can you please repeat the last few lines?
Yeah. The steps was joining the communication channels and reading about take going through the project repositories. There are various projects. Take read through the description of each, find the one you like the most, set it up
Mhm.
locally, documentation thoroughly, play around with the code base, play around with the project itself, how it works, what's the input gonna be, what's the output expected, how is it coming out, and yeah, face skip. You feel there's an issue, you have put it on mailing list, put it on Slack channel to be specific because that's more active, and open issue for it, follow with the discussion. You go through the issues and think, okay, I can resolve it, and it's not assigned at all. Because assigned issues mean that they have been assigned to someone for solving. Take up just one issue at a time. That's a serious thing followed in FOSS Asia. Just take up the issue you think you can resolve
Mhm.
and just fix it locally, set a patch. And yeah, the coding practices are followed very strictly in FOSS Asia.
Mhm.
You have one commit per issue, and the commit message has a proper format, the PR has a proper format, the PR description has a proper format. Just follow this religiously and you'll be very good with FOSS Asia.
So all this is readily available in guides
Yeah,
and all
all
the content.
available and documentation. You don't have to worry about. Even if you feel there's something missing or we must have skipped something, you'll always get to know about PR and then it will be updated in the documentation. But yeah, my as I am emphasizing again and again, my organization administrators are very, very particular about documentation, so you'll always find loads of it.
Okay. Okay. What was your experience like in mentoring in GSOC?
Is a very wonderful experience. You actually learn quite a lot than you end up teaching. That's what my experience is. Like everyone has their own point of view, and everyone has their own skill set. So you learn quite a lot. And children these days, especially in Google Code In, are very, very enthusiastic. And I also got to know about how the education system is because you keep on interacting with children from different teenagers from different countries, and yeah, some are quite good at it. So mentoring is good. It's always a rewarding experience, and when you help out someone, there's a feeling of satisfaction, and uh, they end up acknowledging you as well. So yeah, that makes me happy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'll see if we have anything else. How was your experience in mentoring uh, in Learn IT Girl
Uh,
as a mentor in Learn IT Girl?
it was good because I started off with the platform developer and managing the um, program itself, so sending out emails and making the platform and other stuff. Other than that, mentoring was a one-on-one experience. I was paired up with a girl in Pune to develop a Python game. It was
Hmm.
uh, unfortunately she didn't end up completing the project because she got busy in her exams and college life. She couldn't devote that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I guess the concept is very good if done religiously. Yeah, if you devote those many hours required per hour, it could be very good. I'm sad that she could have completed it, but yeah, it's a nice concept.
Okay. So we have a question which says, why would some FOSS Asia will fail someone, any student, any participant?
FOSS Asia,
I mean, if I'm,
yeah, it actually
yeah.
concentrates more on quality and the time devoted. FOSS Asia could have many reasons to fail someone. It could be what they expected wasn't the outcome, or it could
Hmm.
be that what they felt was the entire devotion, the the student did not devotedly contribute to the project, or
Hmm.
they want to see blogs and they were very particular about certain things, about the number of PRs, number of issues, and a weekly blog and
Okay.
midterm evaluations and all. Yeah, so FOSSASIA is very particular in those manners. This could be one of the reasons they could have failed someone.
So there are many organizations and there are many projects and maintainers which are like, if you have done the planned work till the midterm evaluation or done the planned work till the final term evaluation, you are safe. But it's not like that in FOSS Asia. You have to be
No,
consistent.
yeah, consistent throughout. And
Okay.
if you're working for 14 weeks, there should be 14 blog posts, and
Okay.
you should be working. You should be like full time working for FOSSASIA during the summer. That's the main criteria.
Okay.
They keep a very nice check on this stuff.
Okay. So maintainers
Otherwise, then,
themselves
sorry.
have a check on this.
Yeah.
Okay. You were saying something before that.
No, like I said, FOSSASIA is very particular about these things.
Okay. So this question was from Rohan Naidu, and he also says, "I'm scared that FOSS Asia fails a lot of students." Is it like that?
Uh,
I don't
yeah, that's what I said. They are very, very particular about each and
know.
everything.
Okay. Okay.
So
So what is
you have to
the
be very.
average?
I don't remember, but yeah, they do. I don't
Last
know.
time, how many did they fail?
That's what I'm saying. I do not know the exact numbers, but yeah, you have to be
Okay.
like careful and particular about it.
Okay.
Even if you clear the midterms, you might not make it to in terms that's what FOSS Asia means. Like you have to be consistent throughout.
Okay. That is very important for Asia.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So do you have anything else in your mind which I did not cover? Would like to share with us?
No, I'm open to questions anyway. But yeah, I guess you covered quite a lot.
Okay. Okay. So then we'll end this one. Thank you so much for answering all the questions. And
Yeah, thank you so much for all those questions. I hope I answered them to the best of my knowledge.
yeah, you have. You have. Okay. So everyone who is viewing it, we have a GitHub repository. And if you have any questions, so not only on the event page uh, or during the live event, you can raise an issue in that repository by writing your questions. We'll pick them during our session. And you can request for the Slack invite for the Slack channel. All the information is present on the event page. and on our Facebook page. And we'll be coming up with more such sessions. Stay tuned. Thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Nice weekend.
Bye. Yeah. Bye. Thank you.